Screen check. Can y'all see me now? Could I get a 420 in the chat if you could see me? We had a black screen going on earlier. I see what you mean by we had the lights out, get the party going. I'm gonna try this again. It's a round 2. Yeah, Dragonfly, take 2. Let's go. Here we are. All right. There's Monisha. T-Bone's back. Can I get a 420 in the chat if you could see me? Boom. Thank you, T. Oh, yeah. The stream gremlins are out. We'll see if anyone else comes back. If not, it's just us, y'all. All right. We had the train go by earlier, so we didn't miss that. All aboard. Yeah, I think we had audio. At least, hopefully, we had audio earlier. And it's a wild night in LA, y'all. LA County, even Kern County's got some stuff going on. Smoke and Scan over on YouTube is streaming now with several streamers at the same time. And yeah, lots going on. A lot of bad stuff there. Again, Carl Casey on the track there, Skynet from the Vengeance album. And yeah, we're streaming live on Instagram, Rumble, what else? Twitch, X, and YouTube. And no audio earlier. Wow. Crazy. I wonder, must have been something up with the studio here. And like I said, the stream gremlins have been out since yesterday. It seems like we were trying to stream the full moon eclipse, blood full moon eclipse. Hopefully everyone got to check that out. It was pretty exciting view from here in Southern California, Los Angeles. And yeah, we'll do a rewind. We'll do a recap if I could remember. I was already getting into the rabbit hole earlier. We were like, 15 minutes in again? The night before, it was like 20 minutes before we had all those audio issues. I was looking for someone to blame. I was like, was it the moon? Was it what was it? And something told me to switch gears. I was going to jump back on last night after those audio issues, but something inside me told me, go do something else. So I started messing with some of the DJ software we got, and I still haven't been able to fully hook it up to where I could stream and everything, but that's going to be more than the plan. Yeah, so I was talking, when was it? We were at the shop and I was explaining on how the software and the DJ stuff works, and we were waiting on a couple pieces of vinyl, and we ordered it, and I was, as you know, most DJs, you need 2 pieces of vinyl. And I was explaining that, the other day. Who was that? And so I ordered it, and just one came. So I forgot to order the second one. So, yep. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I slept on the issue there. So we'll have to order that and get it here ASAP. Because the 30th, we have a gig. I got signed up for a gig. And that's why all this software is coming, and I got to get this going. And just remember how to use all this stuff. Just gonna take a little bit, but I'm excited about it. And earlier, I wanted to say I appreciate. I was saying yeah, no audio earlier. You scared me. I see no audio. I was like, oh again. Uh, no, I think it just finished being in retrograde, but there's a whole lot of different things that happened right after the retrograde. But I would imagine there was, from what I hear, a lot of rituals going on during last night's eclipse. So I'm sure the occultist and yeah, a lot of other people, even the I heard certain people talking about that. Yeah, it wasn't a time to like manifest things. It was more of like a cleansing and all that. So maybe some of you did a little something along those lines. And then I know there's some of you that don't even follow or do any of, you know, anything having to do with the cosmos or anything like that. But there's Mike. What up, Mike Bothwell? And Bothwell, we're gonna pull up. So you seen? I heard you mention you seen me on one of the docs recently, and that's super cool. Glad you caught that little surprise there. And we're gonna touch on those areas. So if you're gonna hang out here, hopefully you'll get to hear some behind the scenes stuff from that doc and another one that was put out by Alex as well. So we'll get into some of that tonight. Monisha's back. Yes. Thank you for coming back and giving me another chance. And yeah, I was saying earlier, I appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. Thank you. And for those that are listening later, you as well. And yeah, just I had to take a moment of gratitude and yeah, appreciate that. Maybe some of you will think of something that you could appreciate right now too. And yeah, say thank you. And yeah, there's a lot of things. I got a long list of things. Got to remember that. And just like I appreciate being on live now and y'all being able to see me and hear me. So thankful for that as well. Yeah, so I was updating some news we were talking about earlier. Gerald had popped in here. He probably took off, was like, whatever. He can't get this stream together. uh Gerald from Midwest Night Watchers. He's been streaming the Eagle Cam over on his channel, and of course he's got his local cameras there at his place. You know, they stream the animals and all that, which is super cool. And then so they've been doing the Eagle Cam, the Big Bear Eagle Cam, which has been a big thing right now. A lot of people checking that out, and we've been streaming it here too. I kind of ran into it and wasn't sure if Garrow had, I'd never seen it on their channel before, but apparently I think they had streamed it before, if I'm not mistaken. And so anyway, so yeah, we've been doing it here too. And Big Bear, yeah, it's one of the first places, or the first place I actually camped without my family. We went up there for a sixth grade graduation. And yeah, it was a super cool time. And I got that vibe. I'll never forget. And I just loved, yeah, that area as well, and just being out in the woods. I remember being there was a lot of boulders in that area. I remember sitting on some boulders and it's this whole camp retreat thing. Had a really good time. And yeah, it's just this feeling I get in certain forests of just like that vibe, that squatchy vibe. And yeah, I had that there. Even being young, I could remember it's like, oh yeah, having that feeling there and just it was a good feeling, very peaceful. And yeah, I was like, yeah, this is life here, being out here in the mountains. And so yeah, I've loved it since I was young. And earlier I seen T-Bone mention about the cake that my niece made. I showed that in the posts. I had to make a post, hashtag munchies. She made a bolo de cenoura, I think it's pronounced in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, and it's a Brazilian carrot cake, which is super good. And she's been baking all types of stuff, homemade bread and everything. I'm just really blown away, and I just love that she's into the canning, the pickling. She shared some pickles she made. She's just really into cooking and baking and all that stuff. So, and I'm glad she is, because I love women that get down like that. It's amazing, home cooked, handmade, from scratch, and uh, good ingredients. Conscious about the ingredients as well. So, and yeah, the maybe add a little sugar here and there. But yeah, yeah, I love that type of stuff too when it comes down to the desserts and stuff. Of course, good healthy food I recommend whenever you can get it, but you could always make time for a little dessert too. So let's see. Mike got the blood moon last night there too. Super cool. Hopefully it looked gnarly, just as gnarly for you as it did for me out here. And I shared a couple clips. I took a few with the iPhone 15. We could check that out. Let's see. We got shared this one last night. And you're gonna see that that's a little lens flare there. I thought that was an object. I was like, oh, we got something here. And I didn't zoom in too far, just so I could pick up more of the bloody color. And here's another clip here. And heads up on the audio. I don't know what's going on. I know my nephews were upstairs doing their thing.
No way.
There's a little lens flare again.
Yeah.
Right there. You see him in the corner.
Yeah, the family came out and checked it out. So that was cool, little cool moment.
Oh yeah, I see him.
And we have been anytime there's anything going on in the skies, the nephews, my sister pop out.
Liam, you're gonna
And
get
it's always
sick.
nice to share those moments with them. I also popped out the big telescope and was able to really check it out. And yeah, it looked trippy for sure. It was a nice one. And let's see, we were streaming from, because the Griffith, locally here we have the Griffith Park Observatory, which is, in my opinion and others, it got I think it was John Levi who showed me, or showed us, and was sharing that he thought that that was an old world building there, and I do believe it as well, repurposed into an observatory, or maybe it was always an observatory. Um, and next to that, not far away, you got the Greek theater. And if you look at the old pictures of the theater, it looks nothing like it does now. And the old pictures obviously look like a Greek structure. Or let's see. And then what else do we have out there? Sure, there's a few other things just within that area that will scream old world. And we'll dive into that one of these nights. Let's see. Bet it tastes better than anything store bought. Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, when people make things and they put their love and energy into it and passion, you could definitely tell the difference. And that could be in anything. That could be in like things being grown, things being cooked, baked, made. I think that makes a big difference for sure. And T-Bone, I was asking earlier, T-Bone posted a video today, a little short one, and I was asking while we were muted, what was that video about? Who was that little dog? And what's the story behind all that? I got to check that out. And super cool that you posted that. Hopefully you'll be posting more videos. Yeah, I'd love to check out your area. Are you in up in BC? I heard Cliff Barackman, he was on a live stream a few days ago, and he was just touching on the BC area and just how squatchy it is, especially northern BC where there's less people. There's probably a whole lot more activity going on. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll be welcomed up that way. And it's it's crazy what's happening with I hear the talks of Canada and us and all that. We won't get into that, but it's just like whoa. Oh man. Yeah, you're really enjoying that vibe. It's interesting. It's an interesting topic. And a lot of people uh don't subscribe to it. And I get it. And for some it's hard to swallow, for others uh they just yeah, it's they just don't want to accept it as well, and I think as we dive deeper into it, we're going to find out more and more. And there's a lot of different little tentacles within that subject that, spread out. And it includes the cryptids, which is tripping me out, because when I first started learning about it, I was like, all right, these are like uh, buildings and history and stuff like that. And I didn't see the cryptids coming, but the cryptids do come in. Midwest Night Watchers again. They've been checking out a lot of the old maps, and I've seen some of those old maps before. And a lot of them will depict strange sea creatures and land creatures and stuff like that. And when I talk about that, what is it? Roger Spur, Mud Fossils University's channel over on YouTube comes to mind. And he gets into the whole geology of things, of like hills being possible creatures and giants and stuff like that. We've shared his channel out here before. And again, what's up to everyone on the different platforms? If you're checking it out, my peoples on Instagram are probably like, what the hell, is he live streaming? Yeah, we're over on YouTube. Come hop over here, join the chat, chop it up with us. We've been doing this quite frequently lately, so give the channel a sub, hit that thumb up, share it out, and we'll be getting into some current events and then some Bigfoot stuff. And we'll see where the rabbit hole takes us. See how it flows. And let's see here. Yep. T Bone's up in BC, y'all. He's in so T Bone, do you have you had any sightings or experienced any Bigfoot Sasquatch activity? And have you heard from locals? We'd love to hear from you, but yeah, let us know in the chat. And don't have to get into too much detail, but I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of stories, seen things. And I've had friends who've gone up that way, and I would love to go. Maybe I'll go, and maybe T-Bone gives me the invite, flies me in his private jet. Sounds good to me. And T-Bone did earlier on the stream that flopped. Yep. T-Bone was mentioning that he farted on the like button, and that's always appreciated. Y'all hit smash, kick, punch, whatever you got to do, tap that like button. And yeah, the T-Bone, that was T there, letting those gases out. Jeez. And speaking of that, you never know. Wildman, Sovereign Cosmic Wildman, our gassy friend, might just pop up. He usually does when this topic comes up. So heads up there, y'all. And salute to Wildman if you're watching this later. And yeah, hopefully everyone's getting a good start to the weekend. And yeah, speaking of private jet, um, yeah, current events. We've been touching on the airplane and helicopter incidences going on. You could go back on several of the live streams and check those streams out if you're interested in the topic. But it seems to be an issue, I think. And again, just the other day, again and again and again and again. Well, this time again, American Airlines. Anyone hear about that? Had what you laughing at, Mike? Uh-oh. Mike letting one out too. The chat, not in the chat, Mike. It's a juicy one, Mike. Yes, let's see. American Airlines. Where are you? Da, 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 da. Bam, there it is. So I think we might be able to even run this clip. All right, we're gonna run this clip. Got the volume down here, and this is CBS News. Close this box. All right, heads up, y'all. No audio, and yeah, a whole lot of smoke and flames. Scary stuff. People coming out of the emergency exit there, and that was out of Denver, I believe. Yeah, Denver Airport in Colorado Thursday. And again, just heads up out there if anyone's flying. Be aware. Earlier, brother William Nighthawk on YouTube and his partner Testerman. Salute to them, brothers. Another good live stream earlier tonight. And yeah, he was touching briefly on the airplane issues. Actually, quite a bit. There we're getting into some situations that I think happened recently where three guys had to hold down one guy who was flipping out and was claiming to be possessed and all this stuff. And so they were getting into that and issues and other issues with airplanes and people acting crazy, which has also been an issue the past few years. I know there's been quite a few incidences, even here locally out of LAX and stuff like that, with people flipping out, people trying to open like the emergency doors and things like. There's been quite a bit, and I don't know. It just seems like this year also kicked off with a whole lot of issues. So be very careful out there, folks. Yeah, kind of weird, I think. What do you think? There was also some other local news. We were talking about the Eagle Cam, uh, Midwest Night Watchers, them streaming it, as well as myself lately, and it's at a Big Bear here locally, and one of the eagles, named Jackie, yeah, she left. I guess she was born in that nest where she has her babies now. The little eaglets. There was three. We'll get into that. Uh, and her partner, and she was born in the nest. Her parents eventually left the nest, and when she grew up, she came back, and that's where she has her eaglets now. So she moved back to her childhood nest, I guess you could say. But yeah, one of the eaglets was reported missing earlier this morning, and there was some updates uh just now. And yeah, the news is doesn't sound good, y'all. So just an update, and even all the local news stations seem to be uh discussing this. And several YouTubers have made videos already with big numbers on it. And yeah, unfortunate. They say it was the I think the smaller, weaker one out of the three, and I'm not sure about the details. And we'll give this a shot again. And there it is. NBC4, Los Angeles reporting one eaglet appears to be missing from the Big Bear eagle nest. And there's the picture there. And yeah, yes, T-Bone, of course, speaking of the plane issues, the classic lady on the plane. And yeah, that was a one of those incidences that still, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it was a funny one, and even I forget who came out. There was even like figurines made with like a reptilian with a gray hoodie on, and it said "lady on the plane," and it was, oh wow. I was like, I need to get me one of those. But yeah, people are been talking about that lately, and maybe it wasn't. There was a whole lot of weird stuff behind that too, just like the whole Vegas incident and a lot of the Miami thing, and it's stuff that, yeah, makes you wonder for sure. But yeah, so it looks like one of the eaglets lost here in this picture. I don't know if it's a current one, but it looks like the that little eaglet under there doesn't look too good. So it could be a current picture there. And Mama Eagle there named Jackie. And let's see, we have the Big Bear Eagle cam. So we could check out the cam now. And I've been mentioning it's been very windy past few days, super cold. You can see the nest is just pretty much full of snow. And there's Freaky Geek. What's up, Freaky Geek? Good to see you, man. Oh, he's with the great comments there. Yeah, looks like she's sleeping. I don't know where Papa Eagle is. But if you look on the side of the nest there, it looks like that could be the eaglet there. I don't know. You see over here? I see a little feet right there. So that could be the eaglet no longer with us. So super sad to see. And I wonder what they'll do with it. It's interesting that they have it there like that. I don't see the other eagle. I don't know if maybe he roosts somewhere or goes somewhere else. But yeah, it's been very windy. A whole lot of snow up there right now. It doesn't look like any snow is falling at the moment. But I also just received we also received a notification here through YouTube that up in the Big Bear area they're getting hit, or they got hit earlier with a whole lot of snow. And I'll pull that up here. That's also ABC News. And actually, we were just speaking of the observatory, and that's in the ABC News intro. It's funny, I got that pulled up right now, but I'll show you in a second here. Freaky Geek says, if that is a baby and it's dead, they might push the poor thing out of the nest to make room. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Look, it seems to be right on the edge of the nest there. I do see a little feet there, and so yeah, very unfortunate. And it just reminds me of yeah, Mother Nature, how raw it could be, how dangerous even for, wildlife, how rough it is for them. They got to get out there and get food. And bring home food back home for the little ones. You know, there's some interesting twinkling going on up here. Let's see. You notice back up here, I wonder what these little lights are. Maybe airplanes. You got a couple of them popping up there. Another one over here. What's up with those? Anyone noticing that? Yeah, it's brr freaky. Yeah, no, and actually it's a cold one out here. And I'm mentioning so the Big Bear area getting hit with a whole lot of snow. And let's get this. All right. Exited the Eagle Cam there, and I'm gonna show you right quick. Turn this sideways. Hopefully, this will show up. There's the Griffith Park Observatory. We're mentioning the old world, it being an old world building, and I've been questioning, yeah, what's under there? What goes under the building? Because I know it goes underground. We'll have to go do a breakdown. We have done live streams and stuff. We've gone up there a couple times recently, and we'll head back up there soon. I also on their website they talk about how like phone service is bad, so but it's still you're able to live stream if you stick on one good spot. Um, yeah, definitely, Maggie. The damp, oof. And right now it's a cold. It's the it's cold here. Look, I got a vest under my favorite one of my favorite sweaters here that my niece gave me, the one who bakes the cakes and makes all the good food. She picked out a great sweater. I just love it. I could even sleep in it. It just feels so good. Anyway, I got a vest on top of that and sweats under my sweats, doubled socked up. So it's pretty cold for LA standards. And I would imagine people that are from the cold would probably say it's yeah, a little bit cold. But yeah, no, you get up in these mountains and then look at this here. So trying to get boom. And I'll read that off for you here. It's crews rescued dozens stranded in snowy conditions near Big Bear. And they said it was dozens and dozens. It was like 20 something people and they needed I forget. It wasn't the Zamboni, but yeah, some sort of ice machine to rescue all these people. They had no food, and you could check that out also on NBC4's YouTube channel, and that just popped up a little before we went live here. So hopefully everyone is safely off the mountain there into some warm places, and hopefully there's no one. Everyone's accounted for. We'll just say it like that, because we know that a lot of times when stormy conditions and in mountainous areas, certain areas, just it's a recipe for not good things to happen. There's Jeff. What up, Jeff? Glad you could hang out, bro, for a bit. Hopefully, you got this weekend off, man. And speaking of weekends off, I believe there might be anyone trying to head over to the shop tomorrow. A heads up, it might not be open. So, bro might be there. My brother might be there for a little bit in the morning. But a heads up, I think the rest of the day we might have it off. And just thought I'd let people know about that. because I do, and there is people that come. There we rarely get the days off like that, but when we do, certain people do come by. They're like, "Hey, we came by and it was closed." It's like, darn, they came on. They had to come on that day, but it's all good. OGG, what's going on? Glad you're here. And so yeah, we're just checking out the Eagle Cam there. Big Bear getting pounded with snow. And yeah, we do get snow here locally. Even right here, these mountains earlier, I had an appointment today. So I had a kind of like a switch in my normal routine. And I was closer to the foothills here. And it was just yeah, you could see the fog was pretty low, but you could still see part of the mountains. And it just, yeah, it reminded me a lot of Northern California or some other place other than Southern California. But yeah, we have these mountains here too, and they get snow on them. We did see some snow on them just the earlier in the week, just a few days ago. And yeah, it's nice to see. What else is popping? So yeah, very violent night in the city, y'all. I don't know if it's the moon still having people activated or what, but Smoke and Scan on YouTube has just been reporting on all the stuff going on here locally, and even in the outskirts over in Kern County has got something going on. A lot of violent stuff happening, so be safe out there. And if you're out there late, watch those crazy drivers. Let's see what else is popping, y'all. Do-do-do-do. So we touched on the eaglets, touched on the airplane. Trying to think, we had some other local news here. Oh yeah, we did. Anyone hear about let's see, where is it? And it's some Elon. Yeah, Mr. Musk. We got some news. Let's see here. I might have erased it, but anyone hear about Elon Musk filing, and I heard this through Maverick Approach over on Instagram, YouTube, X, and Donut Factory on YouTube, and I believe he's on different platforms as well. And I had to look this up. I was like, no, you can't be. There's Philip Blair. What up, Philip? Check this out, peeps. Yes.
Elon Musk Neuralink files to trademark telepathy and telekinesis.
Maggie, are you laughing at this article? Anyone see this? Freaky Geek, talk to me. Anyone over on Twitch, Instagram, X watching this now or later? Anyone hear about this? Did he? I didn't. I'm sure he maybe posted this on X. And actually, this is from March 7th, and it's Wired putting this out here. Mike Bothwell. Oh, man. All right. T Bone recommending getting the Fox 26 Houston video. And what's that about, T Bone? Is just something specific you want us to check out there? Remember, you got the ability and, of course, permission to share any links here. You know how to share links, T Bone? I think he does. Not someone could show him in the chat. And yeah, so this is interesting. Yes, it's Philip. Philip can trademark cut the cheese. And earlier T-Bone did I already cut the cheese here. I don't know if you were here for that, Philip, but here goes Philip. Philip, bless you. All right, air out the chat room, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be hearing more about this, I'm sure. And Jeff's on break. Yeah, enjoy the break, brother. Jeff always hard at work. Keep it going, Jeff. Keep the head up. And I hope to see you soon. Jeff gave me a heads up. He was going to try to drop by the shop the other week, but it didn't work out. So just a heads up, Jeff. We won't be there tomorrow. I believe there's a chance, unless bro hits me up in the morning. It's like, hey, go open up. Then we're on it. But who knows? Maybe if we do get to sleep in, or I don't know, maybe we might go for a hike. We'll see. But maybe we might jump on here again. Yeah, brother Jeff. Hopefully we get to link up soon. And big salute to Jeff. Jeff actually donated yeah, some night vision. We've been putting that to work. We have captured some stuff on there. So Jeff, if you ever wondered about how good those things, they work pretty good, man. So good, and affordable. So I would recommend those, especially for someone wanting to start off with some night vision. And Jeff could let you know where he got those. Anyone interested, give Jeff a ring with a diamond on it. All right, what else is popping, y'all? Let's see. Also been checking out the port of San Pedro. Yeah, tonight we're taking time and checking out the live cams. That's what it's looking like. Pretty calm waters compared to the other night when we were checking out Catalina. We seen it was windy up in the Big Bear area, and here down on the coast, chilly, but seems pretty calm. Not too much wind. It was pretty windy at the shop, and yeah, it's interesting to see. There's that bridge again. Jeff probably knows the name of that bridge. Got to remember it. We're talking about it just the other night, and yeah, I'm sure some of these containers, when we hear the train go by here, that's what they're pulling, is these containers. And actually, one of the so you have this shipping yard here, and we also have one here, not too far away, where they offload and load the trains and containers. And yeah, I'm sure most of LA doesn't get the train going by their area, so it's a unique sound to have here. And that's another thing I forget, is that yeah, we have trains here. And going back to the old world, a lot of train stuff being found underground here and many other places. But yeah, LA seems to be a hot spot lately. A lot of people going underground and talking about the underground here, and we've been chatting about it. And I spoke to someone earlier yesterday who has connections with people that live in these areas, and even he's a street cat, you know. And he's like, "Oh yeah, and I don't even go in that area." He's like, "I've been to the," he called it the suburbs of those areas. He's like, "Yeah, I've never been into," and there's people living in there. He's like, "Yep." He's like, "Oh yeah, there's like houses under there and stuff like that." But and for him to say that says a lot. And there's Juliana. Hola, Juliana. Juliana from the Bolt, NorCal repping. And here she is stepping in the chat. What's popping? Farm thugging, holding down the farm. Juliana, how's it going? Hope you're well. And there's a Philip. And yeah, speaking of Grok, I was mentioning Maverick Approach and Donut Factory. They were getting into that, like the X and that article we brought up, and then just the Grok, the logo on the Grok on X, and how that was also being used in, like, I think different shows and in different places, and something about that logo, like almost representing this almost like this event horizon type moment that they were explaining. And yeah, it went deep down a rabbit hole there with all that. And you could check that out. Any of those channels, they both actually stream the live on both of their channels. So you could peep those channels out if you want to dive into that deeper. Just tuck the barn in. Right on. Sounds good. Is it I would imagine it's really chilly up that way. We actually had a little bit of rain today earlier as well. And again, a view of the San Pedro port there. And Juliana, you missed it earlier. We just did a report on the eaglets up in Big Bear. One of the we have lost the eaglet. There was three of them, and from what I've heard, the youngest or the smallest one of the three ended up missing. Earlier today, news channels were reporting it. We just did a little report on it. Showed the eagle cam as well. And on the live eagle cam, you can see the little guy on the edge of the nest there, lifeless. So yeah, sad stuff. And we also touched a little bit on the eagle there, Jackie the eagle, and some of the history. She actually is having her little eaglets where she was born and raised as well. They talked about how she left the nest, grew up somewhere else, and I'm sure maybe in the area, but came back and had the little eaglets there. So, and I know Juliana has a farm and she loves animals, and I just wanted to give her an update on that. I wasn't sure if she was here for that earlier, but yeah, we've been watching also the condor cams, which is super cool to watch those birds as well. And yeah, they got a little one as well, the condors. And we've been checking out the redwood cam. There's several cams. There's one out of Big Sur. There's a few Big Sur cams, and then there's one where they seem to be in like a redwood stump, but I don't know exactly where that is. It could be a Big Sur as well. You know, there is redwoods in that area. I forget how far down the redwoods come to Southern California, but I believe, yeah, Big Sur. I've seen redwoods there, and I think it's just a little bit further down from there, and they taper off. And I think they go all the way up to T-Bone, right? T-Bone, you get redwoods up there in BC. And let's see if we could pull up. I think that I did pull up the Condor cam. Check them out really quick while we're hanging out here. And before we get into the squatchy business for tonight. Yeah, so this is probably like a replay. It's still streaming live, but obviously it's daytime there. And I would say that is Mama. And probably has the baby under there. And look, there's T-Bone sharing something. Not sure what that link is there, T-Bone, but thank you for sharing. Oh, yada yeah. Greetings, greetings. Gville gal, another queen from the Bolt there. Another queen from Humboldt. Something about the women of Humboldt County. And I hope I ain't putting you on blast, but yeah, but it lost another condor to lead poisoning. That's a bummer. Yes, it is, Juliana. And that's I'm glad you're saying that. That kind of doesn't make me feel so sad. And I was mentioning also earlier that just how raw nature is, and even for obviously wildlife, like we think, a lot of us, yeah, do have it hard, or maybe we think we have it hard, but and I was also talking about appreciating. I was appreciating each one of you earlier, and reminding myself to appreciate what I have and what I don't have, and appreciating a lot of things, and the gratitude. I forget sometimes, and I had a moment of reminding myself, and so I wanted to say that to everyone, and I'll say it again here. Earlier we had issues, y'all. We had a black screen going on. That happened at midnight. I went live and had some technical issues, like we did the night before. Had some audio issues. So we had some music playing, and I couldn't figure it out. So I had to hit eject on the jet there, and I switched gears and went and did something else. I was like, let's do this later. But tonight I was like, let's go round two. So this is round two for y'all. Just a heads up for anyone stepping in. And yeah, hopefully this little condor, there is a little condor under there. We've been checking it out. So hopefully that little guy uh will continue rocking here on the planet. And super cool to see those birds making a comeback. There was a few also out of the LA Zoo that had hatched last year, and it'd be good to get an update on them. Maybe sometime soon we'll check that out. There's also there's also these other uh, webcams. If anyone's ever interested, let's see here if we could load this up. So you could look them up, EarthCam, and see up here they have a trending. What the heck is that? Is that a raccoon? I think we got a raccoon here, folks. Looks like a fat one too. But yeah, you see they got their trending live there. And I believe the San Pedro cam we were checking out may be tied to this here as well. But check it out. They have cams all over the place here. And you could tap in, check them out. Earth cams. Yeah. Also, what else was I going to bring up here? Hmm. Yeah, we talked about Smoke and Scan. He was streaming like 4 different stringers earlier. So much going on right now in the city. Well, and there's still stuff popping. It's still early. So everyone be careful out there. Oh yeah, we were gonna check out the observatory, Griffith Park Observatory here locally was streaming the moon, and we attempted last night to do that, and then we ran into some issues, but they did do, let's see, there's a quick time lapse that they put together, so we could check that out really quick. And yeah, that's cool that that they were streaming this. I'm sure there's other stuff that they stream as well, but I haven't caught I haven't caught them. But this we did catch. And Ivy Ramirez, not hanging out with this Ivy. She just dropped a comment on that Brazilian carrot cake we were just talking about that the niece made. Yeah, hopefully Juliana and Iaria got to see the moon as well. Let's see. Let's pause this. Boom. And hopefully we're not getting music playing like we did yesterday in the background all of a sudden. Just talking about the gremlins. The stream gremlins were out. Not the trolls, the stream gremlins. They're messing with us today too. So yeah, little view of the moon there, a better view than what I got with my iPhone. And yeah, so it's a we've been touching on Bigfoot quite a bit lately, as you know, that's what the channel's based on, but we branch out to all types of other things that come along with this topic. And we've also been checking out a couple of maps lately. And here we got the Bigfoot mapping project. And this is they have two maps you could check out. This is the older map, or their older version. I guess the other map that they have there are more like recent sightings and reports. And I'm really digging this app here. It's interactive. Been recommending it. Bigfoot Mapping Project. And we've been checking it out every time we've been jumping on here live. There have been some current reports that we've touched on. So anyone interested, hop on over there. And let's see. And also the BFRO. And we'll say our BFRO disclaimer. We know that a lot of people have been talking about the BFRO and how they don't know about if they're putting everything in their reports. Well, they've been putting a lot of the stranger stuff in their reports. If you go into their recent sightings, there is some strange details on one of the reports there. And so right here, we'll tap on the recently added reports, and we have checked these out past few nights. And here we got also another recent report added to the top of the list here, which is also a Class A. So Class A are the real. Basically, I take Class A's are like a full body visual, maybe even face to face type sightings. And this one here looks like just came in either today or late last night, because I've been checking this out. So we'll check it out here really quick. Check it, check it, check it. All right. Boulder, Colorado looks like here 2 night ago. Huh. March 2025. Resident spots a Bigfoot around 10 p.m. walking up desolate road 11 miles north of Boulder, Boulder County, Colorado. So let's see. Report number 78,374. Class A submitted by witness JH on Thursday, March 13th, 2025. 2 night ago, resident spots a Bigfoot around 10 p.m. walking up desolate road 11 miles north of Boulder. It says the year there, season spring. There's a month. Date is the 12th, state, Colorado. Location details 49th Street and St. Vrain Road. Got the GPS coordinates there. Nearest town is that right? Hygiene? Never heard of that place. Someone's like, no wonder. Um, yeah, observe looking out front door window at 10 p.m. on March 12th, 2025. I see an ape-like creature walking very briskly. What does that mean? Is he kind of cold? Usually when I don't know briskly, but brisk. Usually when I use that word, it means like I don't know, chilly. I think right, kind of cold. North on 49th Street in front of my property. It was very large, about 8 feet tall, hunched forward. I'm a senior, but of sound mind. He have never seen it before. He have never heard of any sightings before. I told my son who lives in Washington. I had a very, or it had very large arms and legs, and it was walking in dark shadow, but in moonlight, which is interesting. Uh, believe Tate Hieronymus and some of the guys were talking about that the other night, if I'm not mistaken. And I do think there's something about moonlight. There were some people were mentioning something that they avoided or something like that, but I don't know. I think they could hide in it. So the reason why I bring that up, there's been several nights when I've been out during heavy moonlight and in squatchy areas, and I just yeah, there's a certain vibe about that light, and things could hide in it. I think even when there's moonlight, it's hard to see things when there's trees and bushes around. And so it says here it was walking in dark shadow, but in moonlight, looking straight forward. Also noticed, let's see, no, I have lived at my property for 52 years, have never seen one before. Wow. But that doesn't mean that they haven't been around, I would say, right? Other witnesses, no witness except himself. Other stories, no, but the neighbors text me pictures of wildlife like deer and mountain lions they catch on their trail cameras. So wildlife around there. Time and conditions 10 p.m. dark, no street light in remote area. Environment foothills of Rocky Mountains, gravel road, remote area. Let's see. And there was a follow up investigation report by BFO investigator. Oh, yeah. Hang on, folks. Matthew Moneymaker. Yeah. So report goes on there. Some Moneymaker with a follow up. And check that out. And here we got the map. There's a little pin on it there, like northern Colorado there. So hop on over to the BFRO and check that out, folks. If you're interested in the squatchy business. Juliana says Bristly is moving briskly. Come on, D man. Yeah, the Sasquatch does move briskly, right? You could say that. I get it. All right. So a little update on some reports, some online reports there. And what's this here? Let's see. Check that out. Oh yeah, I think who mentioned earlier something about some Sasquatch parts. Was it Mike? Mike Bothwell. Was it you or was it T Bone? Who was mentioning? And it does come up. It has come up quite a bit. They say when people have sightings, usually of these Sasquatches or Bigfoots or things, events, maybe car wrecks or impactful moments, that they'll focus on like one thing. And it's been told in the Bigfoot circles that there's been quite a people that have had sightings, and usually they're huge, big beings, creatures, or whatever you like to call them, and they'll focus on its yeah. And so here we got what is this, Newsweek, and they got a Bigfoot news section here where you could check out quite a few articles. This one's not from too far back, so it's from December of last year. So we could still. Whoa, here we go again. Audio. Give me a second. Something's playing. Let's figure it out, y'all. It's gonna be one of these videos. All right, let's go to the article right quick. Hopefully y'all ain't getting audio there. But this is another Jackie here. And let me know, let's see. Can y'all still hear Juliana, you get rest. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe. One love. And we'll hear from you soon. Hopefully I get to see you later this year. And Juliana gets oh yeah, on the way out. Bless up, Queen. Yeah. All right. Let's see. See if I could figure out what's playing here. So if you could give me a minute. Or actually, let's get right into the picture. So this article here, I recommend people reading this. It's an interesting one. And all right, still have something playing here. So one of these videos is probably going to be should put the Jeopardy music. Luckily, it's just like I hear birds in the background. I'm actually going to start deleting a few things here. Oh, yeah. All right, almost there. Yeah, so anyway, let's see. I believe this is news. So yeah, interesting article here with Jackie hugging the Sasquatch there. And she mentioned she had no idea where her hands were placed. And we'll leave that at that for any curious folks. That's one of the articles that stuck out to me there as I continue going through. See what else we got here. Found it. It was the Condor Cam. The Condor Cam was playing. All right. Ghetto bird flying outside. Let's get back into the studio. Boom. Glad we figured that out. All right. Let's see here. So, some Bigfoot updates there, Colorado, and we actually had one. Also, there was one there out of Medford, which is out of one of my areas. It's cool to see that. And there is stuff going on around those areas up there of Oregon, Southern Oregon there. Let's see. So Mike Bothwell, if he's still in the chat, recently mentioned that he's seen, and I'm gonna say it was this one here, the Return to Bluff Creek STM episode. And luckily, they have this one right under it also, the Lost Bigfoot Highway. And we've been talking about these recently. And this was out of last year. We did 2 trips to the Bluff Creek area. But Alex was there for the July trip, and he split. He took a bunch of video and content. We did several investigations. We're up there for over a week, and he was able to make 2 documentaries out of that trip. And so tonight, so Bothwell seen part of this, or seen the Bluff Creek, but I'm not sure if he's seen the Lost Bigfoot Highway. And there's a small sliver where we pop out. Most of the homies are featured on the Return to Bluff Creek, but other homies pop up in the Lost Bigfoot Highway as well. So definitely check both of those out. Those are both on my playlist as well. And so things did happen while we were up here. We didn't see Patty, but some strange things did happen, and we have touched on a few of those things. And tonight we'll show a couple of the weird things that happened up in this area. So obviously this one focuses, and this Lost Bigfoot Highway is right near the Bluff Creek area as well. It's all up in those hills. And so the Lost Bigfoot Highway, we did a overnight hike into a particular area, and if you watch the documentary, it'll put it all into perspective for you. But yeah, there wasn't any heavy activity the time we were there in that particular area. But a few months later, I ended up going back up there with a different crew, and some of the same guys showed up, but it was a different crew. And we were in this particular area of the Lost Bigfoot Highway as well, nearby there. And it's interesting because I say nearby, and it's all nearby, but it's all spread about as well. So just to kind of give you a visual, and it's all hills and Pacific Northwesty Bigfoot country, what they call it. And yeah, some weird things happened on the second trip also. The guys had gotten some, we're getting audio. And then some weird things happened on camera for me. And we'll check some of that out right now. Let's see. think I got some videos set up for us here. And one of them, I was just checking out the other night, and what I got a little fun clip really quick before I forget. Because, yeah, some people may not know what we're talking about here. I think I did pull something up. And we're going to be showing some other Northern California. So we're basically going to be focusing on NorCal. And here we go, the famous Patterson footage. And there she is, Patty Bigfoot. So that's in the Bluff Creek area there. And that's where we're going to be pretty much focusing for now. And also mentioning we were there last year. And then this is a throwback here. This is actually one of the first times, maybe second or third time I was up there, one of the first few times. And I just knew by that time, like being in those types of areas, to record as much as possible. And this particular time we're being guided down. We've shown this with he was was he LA County? I believe he was LA County Sheriff Mike, and I forget his last name, but he passed away recently, a few years back. And they buried it. They actually spread his ashes into Bluff Creek. We've talked about that. And so this time so I want to say this was maybe my first time because he was guiding us down to the actual film site. My son was with me. And yeah, Mike guided us from Laos Camp, which is quite a bit away. He took time to show us how to get all the way down to the film site, which he didn't have to do that. And yeah, it was a cool moment. But yeah, I was recording, just and he told us, and he's armed and had been going there since I believe like the early 80s, maybe mid 80s, and just shared how different it was then, and a lot of stories, a lot of interesting stuff. So RIP Mike. And so he was guiding us down to the film site here. And if you look, this is a clip I took from one of my videos. You're gonna notice a dark subject. And keep in mind, of course, there's tons of bear in this area, a lot of black bear. So it could be a black bear, but I think honestly that the way we were walking and being pretty loud. I mean, you could hear us and we're talking and stuff. And off to the side, you're gonna notice a subject kind of dip into the back of the bush there, or the back of the woods. Um, and it's just one of those things, that happens a lot when we're out recording and in these areas. You'll notice strange anomalies, and maybe it's not an anomaly, maybe it's just some wildlife. But again, we're in Bigfoot territory. Yeah, he's also taught us to look up into the trees. They could be up in trees sometimes. So yeah, we're making our way down to the film site, which was exciting, and keeping an eye out for Sasquatch. And again, here we'll run this clip. We'll loop it.
Basically, we're not going that way. I never was. I've always gone that way to the creek, but we knew this, so it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna take my boots off, put my Kings on here.
All right.
Leave my boots right here. Basically, we're not going that way. I never was. I've always gone that way to the creek, but we knew this, so it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna take my boots off, put my Kings on here.
All right.
Leave my boots right here. Basically, we're not going that way. I never was. I've always gone that way to the creek, but we knew this, so it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna take my boots off, put my Kings on here.
All right.
Leave my boots right here.
Yeah, hopefully that didn't get muted too long. Jeez. Telling you. I don't even know where to start off from now. Well, you got some visuals there. We were sharing some clips from the Bluff Creek area. Where's my Hmm. So yeah, I don't know. We were gonna dive into some Bigfoot stuff, and now I'm wondering. Anyway, uh, so another let's see. I got of a little video clip I was working on, and hopefully you heard, but we are talking about the Bluff Creek area, and this is from one of the recent trips. And this little object, we keep an eye out for anomalies in videos, and when we're out there, you notice anything weird. I try to keep an eye out for the most minute thing. And going through a video clip from Bluff Creek area, let me loop. Hopefully that's gonna loop there. On the left side here, you got this weird thing that pops through the screen there. And so I'm scrubbing through the video. And not sure if you're picking that up, but yeah, you got this strange little thing that pops into screen there, very see-through. And it just got my attention. And a lot of stuff was happening at this time. I had gone for a walk in this area, and several things had happened. I started finding certain things as well as some chanterelle mushrooms. But yeah, there's a few things that happened. I actually got another clip here with it filtered. Let's see. One part, I was looking at these broken trees that were aiming uphill, got my attention. And I walked a little further down, and eventually I got to this area where I just stood and was kind of feeling things out. And then I noticed something behind me had touched a branch, and it felt like maybe when like a bird flies by you and lands on a branch and takes off. That's the first thing I thought, but I didn't see or I didn't hear like any like flapping really of the bird. I just heard like some movement, and then the branch was just like bouncing up and down. And yeah, I thought that was pretty weird. And I've had that happen before. And that clip I actually used in my intro. So in the intro of the video, you'll notice and it looks like a forested area like this. And I'm zooming the camera. And even in that clip, it looks like a possible black figure, like we were just checking out in the video clip before this. And it could just be a stump. But I was noticing that. And then seconds after that is when that branch thing right behind me happened. And I believe I zoom out, turn around, and was able to capture the last few seconds of the branch moving. So either something was thrown or something was there and then wasn't. 'Cause there was nothing there. There was no bird. There was other birds around in the area, but I don't know. That one was really close to me, and it was very strange. Uh, and so yeah, here you got this clip of this weird little thing floating by. I have no idea what it is. Could it have been something falling from a tree, possibly, or just from the sky? I don't know. A bug? I don't think so. Could it be something out of focus? It's possible, but I don't know. It's just these are the types of things that I look out for. So I definitely think that there was things happening here during this moment. And again, these extended videos are posted. And so we'll have to go deeper into those videos and see if anything else pops out, because there was other things that popped out here. And actually our good friend Latchkey Hustle on YouTube, who's got a great eye for this type of stuff, for UFOs, and we share his channel here a whole lot. And let's see, he shared one strange one. This is from this same walk, this same I would call it investigation, because I was definitely checking the area out, filling it out, recording, trying different gadgets and things. Really got to spend some time here. And I was alone while the guys were down the hill from here at camp. And this is a timestamp that Latchkey shared. I was a little further down the road. And I think it's super interesting. Strange anomaly, I think. And it's just like, what the heck is that? And this area is known for strange things other than Bigfoot. And so yeah, makes me wonder. Whoa. And this is that same, again, the same walk. What else is there? There's another clip from this same walk where I use also in the intro, and it's just a timestamp picture, and it's pictures moving up in the intro, and you'll notice there's like bushes and then a black figure of some humanoid shape, and that was just further down the road from here where this was taken. And could that just be pareidolia? Could be. I didn't notice it at the time. And that's what happens a lot also with things, is that you can't notice all these things. And there's things that we can see and can't see also that our cameras and gadgets could pick up. So I think, yeah, there's a lot more going on than we think in the forest or in certain areas. Um, Again, not far from the Patterson Gimlin film site. And then, so when Alex was down here and they were recording the documentary, we had gone and we had shown this and seen this a few times already, but I got to show it again because it's in the same area and it's still pretty fresh. And we were headed up to an area where we heard some vocalizations and something told me to record. I was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle. And here you're going to notice what looks like a shadow come from the back there and go across onto the driver's side. And here I am scrubbing the video. And once again, not too far, all in these same hills where the, Patty was filmed. Um, and many other Bigfoot reports have come out of. And the local natives talk about other beings, little people, and I've heard of other strange stuff from that particular area also. So something to keep in mind. And yeah, it makes me wonder what that could be. I don't think it's a shadow from the car. And that also brings me to another recording that I used with Game Cam. And this is back down in the Bluff Creek area. And these we've seen before as well, but you got to keep this in mind. And up here towards the left, you'll see a little bright, almost like an egg-shaped object. And yeah, I think it's an orb. People called it a fairy light. And this is with a game camera. And so yeah, you getting weird stuff, like strange lights, other strange anomalies in this area of rich Bigfoot history and other strange stuff. When you talk to the natives, they have some of the stranger stories that go way, way back, legends, and super fascinating. And here we'll see another clip from the same area, and the object seemed to have moved. Watch, check this out. See, now over here, it's on towards the middle and on the right of the screen there. And the camera is, I think, slightly positioned differently from before, but it's the same general area. And I don't think it's a leaf like hanging on a spider web or something like that. That definitely came to mind. But we got a bunch of clips of this thing for a long time. It stood in that position, but yeah, it did move to other areas. And of course, I didn't get to see this till I got back home, or else I would have camped right here. And we'll definitely do that the next time we head up that way. Um, yeah, super weird. All right, it's looping there. And this is from further down south in the county, back from our property. I got to throw that one in again. Same county. And we would get those lights all the time. So I'm very familiar with these types of strange lights. And we were also having weird, what I would call Bigfoot activity. I talked about my first sighting being here. Showed some daytime clips recently also of some of the area. We actually, in the last live stream, we could maybe pull that up to. We're sharing a breakdown that a good friend Puppy Bones did of one of my videos. It looks like a subject, and I talked about the backstory behind it. So that's a little further south of some of this, some of these pieces of footage we're showing. And there's been other stuff. So we're going to pull up really quick. Let's see. There's a video on the YouTube here that I haven't seen many people share or do a breakdown of, and it's out of Del Norte County, so it's basically not far. I don't know exactly where in the county it was filmed, but it's basically not far from the Patterson Gimlin site. It's somewhere within that area, and I know these counties are huge, but this is out of Del Norte or Del Norte County. And take a look at this footage because I think it's pretty interesting. And again, it's in Patty's Hood or Patty's Wood, Patty's Woods. Let's check this out here. And it was filmed by two kids. Of course, not the best footage. There goes a little clip. And there's been more reports. People, I forget the guy's name, but he's been featured lately, and he's living up in Del Norte County, and he's been sharing a lot of his experiences that he's been having up that way. So I don't know, maybe someone out there knows a little more of this video. Like I said, I don't see this video really hit the Bigfoot circuit much. And you could see paranormal videos. I don't know if they originally posted that, but it's a Bigfoot sighting in Del Norte or Del Norte, California, 2005. Yeah. Had anyone seen that one before? Anyone check that vid out? Get the Fox 26 Houston video, BD says. And I think what are they showing the moon there? T-Bone. All right, freaky. Thank you. Did someone shoot out a super sticker there? Much appreciated. I don't see those you know, usually if you're streaming through YouTube, you'll get the widgets pop up and they notify you when people do stuff like that. And if you did OGG, much appreciated. And a big round of applause. Yeah, nice and loud too. Yeah, no, it's everyone. I appreciate your support once again. I appreciate everybody. Think like I'm way behind on the chat. Yeah, you take care, OGG. Tap back in with us anytime, bro. Yeah, Rendlesham Forest. Yeah, good luck to you out there. Heard a whole lot from that area. Who is it? Is it Redfern? Redburn? I forget the investigator. He's well known. Nick Redfern. And he touches on the Rendlesham Forest a whole lot. Big Moon Energy says Hillbilly. Hillbilly snuck in here. What's up, brother? I'm ready to light one up too, bro. I had a little bit of audio issues earlier. I don't know how long I was muted for, but you know what? We're going to keep this one rolling. And hopefully, not hopefully. I know Hillbilly always keeps it rolling. Always got one rolled up and ready to light up, keeping that fire lit. Yes. Hotbox in the chat here. If you're on any other platform, come on over to the YouTube and get lit with Hillbilly up in the chat. Hillbilly Herb, our good friend here. Yeah, it's 420 friendly, even tobacco friendly. The good thing is that, you know, you can smoke all you want in the chat and doesn't affect any non-smokers or others. We're all adults here. Bring your little sippy poo or whatever. And yeah, there's quite a few more. Let's see. We could run through these really quick while we're here. Da, 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 da. So really quick, we'll touch on it again. I think I might have been muted at this part, but our friend Mike Bothwell was in the chat, and I was talking about these two documentaries here and how some of the footage we're sharing here are from these areas. So if you check out these two documentaries, you'll see very well put documentaries by Alex Pedikov there. But the video clips that I'm showing you are some behind the scene clips from these areas once again. And then there was another video. Let's see, do we have another video? Yeah, so a little further down, we've been also sharing this timestamp from one of my videos, and it's the area is called the Devil's Elbow. We did a whole live stream on Bigfoot. It's called Bigfoot Devils ? Check that stream out. And I forgot to show this clip up in there. This is from an area a little south of these areas we're talking about. And I've talked about how we got this video clip here. And this area is called the Devil, aka Devil's Elbow. It's got another name. It's very near or part of the Hoopa Reservation. And just had to throw that one in there. Very weird looking face there. And is it a Bigfoot? Is it something else? Some people might call it a Gugway, one of those different types of Sasquatches that are reported out there, or, you know, just could be a Sasquatch mean mugging. Some might even say dogman like, I don't know. And actually not far from there, going inland towards the coast along the redwoods, was a report of a dogman out of Jedediah State Park with pictures. And maybe we'll bring that up on one of these nights. But yeah, what the is that? All right. So cool. Got to share a few personal clips there again. Some of them are repeats, and some of them are maybe the first time that you're seeing. And I think we have a third anomaly here out of that area. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, this is the one we've seen. All right. Yeah, so there's a few more that I didn't line up. But like I said, it's in the intro. So, yeah, let's look at the intro real quick. I could break that down. Let's see. So these are all UFO clips that I've taken. And I just kind of picked a few that I thought were pretty good and slapped them together here, cap cutted it. That's Catalina orb out of Catalina. And all the UFO clips here, like even this red orb, those are all outside of our smoke shop. Yeah, sky's the limit smoke shop. We say sky's the limit because of the firmament. Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop, 3925 East Olympic Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90023. Tap in with us, Google us. And yeah, the activity has slowed down outside of the shop, but boy, did we get a whole lot while it was hot. And these are some of the clips from it. Now, here is a timestamp from Humboldt County, again, the area we're touching on here, but a little further south along the redwoods. You got these what looks like strange looking faces on there. That one down here even looks like a Mayan, almost like Aztec-y looking. Some look a little more squatchy. It's just really weird anomalies there. Is it pareidolia? Is it something else? I think it's something else. Threw that in the clip. Now this one, that's another squatchy timestamp pulled from one of my videos by the homie CB. Whoops. Bleeped his name out there. He gets a squatchy whoop too for pulling this one. And this one's an interesting one. I wasn't able to find it. It's somewhere here, but we'll do a whole night on these videos again and we'll include this one. But yeah, that was a very good and interesting one, in my opinion. A couple of structures we found recently on this last trip. Tracks near the house in Oregon. Trackway. It's a whole story behind that. We've talked about it. And we'll talk about it again. Had to throw that in. There's the shadow that we were just checking out up in near the Onion Mountain area. Got Alex Pelikov in the car and Jonathan Easley from Western Bigfoot Explorations. Now here's that one that I was telling you that it's almost looks like it's hiding behind the bush. Yeah, super blob, squatchy, blurry squatch. Yeah. But in the video, we scrubbed it and it seems to move. And we've, video is posted. So that's why I threw it on here as well, because we do feel Latchkey even feels like, yeah, there's something there going on. And so I threw it in the intro. So I wanted to pull that up because that's another anomaly from that particular investigation where all this stuff was happening, like the branch bouncing behind me. Pull up here in a second. That's the thermal clip from here, Southern California, recently. So here are the broken trees that I was looking at, and I was making my way away from where some of this stuff was happening, and then going towards where that branch incident happened. Right there is where it looks like it could be a stump. Watch you see the broken trees. There's an object. I'm zooming in. Then boom. I don't know what the heck that was, but something was there. And there's the aurora. And there's a view from above the clouds up on the mountain, the ridge tops there in that particular area as well. So a little background on the intro. I did that breakdown just because a lot of times I'll post and share videos and don't put enough context into what the heck it is I'm sharing. And a lot of times there's a whole lot of stuff behind it. And hopefully tonight we put a little of that together for you. Still a big organized mess here, let me tell you. And I will be repeating a lot of this stuff in the future again as well. I'm broken record here. And yeah, a couple quick other clips that remind me. Nope, not like that. Anyone heard of the Marble Mountain Bigfoot? And again, the Marble Mountains are not far from these areas, Northern California. And really quick, we will check this out. We'll just get it to, let's see. Here we go. Anyone remember this clip? This is Purple Grizzly posting this. And it's the Marble Mountain Bigfoot. And it's the situation where there was special need kids and they were taking them, I guess, to camp. And when they got to the camp, they were recording and they find this stick structure. Let's see if we could pull that up. They find this stick structure and they're checking it out. And then all of a sudden from the ridge top, they get that subject, which looks to be pretty big, but people are like, oh no, it's a dude with a backpack. All that stuff looks pretty broken. And I'm a structure guy. I'm fascinated by stick formation, stick structures, ground glyphs, and all that. So I find it pretty interesting that they find that first, and then all of a sudden that subject appears on the Ritchie. Anyone seen this? This is a classic, one of those classic ones. And again, Marble Mountains, Northern California. And I would feel that, it wouldn't surprise me that Bigfoot would pop up around special needs, a group of special needs kids. I think it would grab their interest. There's talks of like the savant Bigfoot and Bigfoot being them being what is it? Almost like having almost like autistic behavior sometimes. People talk about the back and forth rocking when they're like behind a tree and stuff. Even like the rhythmic drumming sometimes people report hearing could be associated with that and other stuff. I know Christopher Noel has gone in on a whole thing on that. And yes, I know about the porcupine situation and Noel, but yeah, I think he's done some interesting work. So can't throw all that out. And yeah, that's the Marble Mountain Bigfoot. So who knows? And then, even some of my good friends that I trust and live in the area and who get good information and have sources, some believe that it wasn't a Bigfoot. But could it be? I think so. That's an interesting mountaintop there too in the Marble Mountains. I've never been there, but I have been in a river that had amazing boulders in it, huge boulders, different colors. It's amazing. Did I say it's amazing? Yeah. And the story goes is that those rocks rolled down from the Marble Mountains all the way down into that area. I think it was like, was it Camel Hump or Camelback? Someone might know the area there. But yeah, here's another one we shared recently. I didn't play the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it. This is Thinker Thunker here. It's one of the only channels I could find it. I couldn't find this video anywhere else, but let's check it out here. This is out of the Sierras. We're sharing this on the Sierras night. We're touching on incidences, Bigfoot incidences in the Sierras. And so, yeah, there's a little backstory behind it. And let's see if it plays. Oh, yeah. And this one I talked about, it reminds me very much of the second sighting I had in Trinidad. Had that tall, lanky basketball player look to it, black. And what do you think? Is that a Sasquatch there? Is that a Sierra Sasquatch? I don't know. It looks pretty legit to me. Maybe someone could share some more information on that case there. And yeah, if you want to hear uh, some of the original story to that, and check out that video there. And I do believe they're up in the Sierras for sure. Bro just got back from up that way. He recently shared some footage on his Instagram also. He took some pictures, a little video, and just a beautiful area of the Sierras he was in there. Got a couple more before we head out here. Everyone probably took off after that muting moment. Let's see, we had the Marble Mountain, had the Sierra Bigfoot. You know what? I think we got through most of them that I wanted to touch on. Oh, really quick before we leave here, also, big shout out to the homie Jeremiah over at Bigfoot Society. And we were talking also the other night. I like to go back, rewind. Yep. Yeah, I have 2 more episodes coming up here. Make sure you hit your notification buttons. And there's a train again. We never miss it. And here's the Sasquatch at the Giant Door, Oregon. So is that case of the giant? I remember, if it is, I believe Jackie or homegirl Jackie was up in the Oregon, Alaska area. Actually went to the rock where all this stuff was happening. That was last year, I believe. If anyone remembers the Oregon giant situation where they said they seen a rock move, and I think a giant appeared by it or came out of it, something along those lines. So I think that's what that case there might be. And then right down here, another Bigfoot Society premiere. And this one's out of the McKenzie River, which we were touching on recently also. So excited to hear that. I'll be checking those out. So some more squatchy stuff coming out of Oregon there. Make sure you tap in with Jeremiah, Bigfoot Society. And we're hitting the 2-hour mark here. Want to appreciate everyone for hanging out again and for your support. OGG once again coming through. Anyone else who came through, much love. I'll tap in and check out the analytics over on the studio and see what's popping there. And I'll tap in with everyone later, hopefully tomorrow at some point. And much love to everyone, y'all. Here's a link in case anyone wants to share an encounter, share some videos, pictures, evidence, or maybe you have proof. Maybe you got a Sasquatch. Yeah, let us know. Drop your boy an email, and we're gonna head on out here. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed, y'all. Let's see. Let's get some audio going here for our way out. And then we'll hit our outro. Yeah. All right, y'all. We're out. We out.